I have a streaming script that I run every time I live stream. Calculates my upload rate and sets my streaming parameters based on what I'm capable of handling. I'm supposed to be getting 10 up, but I'm only getting 8.78 every single time I try to use it, which is very, very annoying.
Warning. This program contains coarse humor and a sense of language that some people might not share. Viewer discretion is advised. But I bet that just makes you want to watch it even more.
Back with some Kerbal Space Program here. We ended the episode yesterday a little bit abruptly, as I was feeling sick after running down 8 flights of stairs while the building was on fire. But we're back, and we're in action. I don't want to do any of those missions there, so what we're going to do today is we're going to look at rescuing Jeb. There's that Jeb Kerbal. No, not Jeb. Bill. Bill's on friggin' Duna, as you can see. I've been told that there is no way to reattach this, we'll get it in a second, this battery pack. Ah, there it is. Lovely. There's no way to attach that, apparently. So, looks like Bill is stuck here. How much we got on fuel? We're just gonna, let's warp this. What the hell was that? Some just, what blew up? Did something just, what the hell was that? Okay. I have no clue what just happened. Let's hope this time warp doesn't completely destroy the spacecraft. Okay, we're watching that electric charge as the day goes past. Once it goes to nighttime, we want to see if that electric charge stays up. If so, then we can just leave this indefinitely warping. Oh no, that's not going to stay up overnight. Nope. We're going to have to wait until morning. There it goes. Once the sun comes up, we should only have to do this a couple of times. I have no idea what blew up on the start of the episode there. That's, oh, come on, you're getting sunlight. I swear you're getting sunlight, bud. You gotta be. There we go. Alright. Let's start this up again. Yet harvesting, boy. Alright. So basically just however the hell long that takes. Oh wow, look at that. It's not staying charged. What's going on there, bud? Hey. Oh, that's close. That's a close one right there, bud. Alright, we're good. Leave this running all day. We're filling up our liquid fuel at a very decent rate. So at this rate, we should only maybe need one more night. Otherwise, maybe it'll just work. Very close. That's actually very close to where we need it. Absolutely perfect. Look at that. We're almost... Look at that. Alright. Turn off the drills. Pull them in. We're good. What's our acceleration at here? Do we have an acceleration? We don't have an estimated acceleration. Okay, that'll be nice. Theoretically, should we be able to get into orbit? I think so. So we're going to be targeting this science module here. We can't attach that thing. So let's see if we can get into orbit. What I'm going to do here is quick save. Because I can. And because I don't think this is actually going to work. orbit here. While we're doing this, maybe we should retract these. A certain someone tells me that flying through the atmosphere with giant flat things attached is not good for aerodynamics. So, what do we think? Oh wow, we're actually well, we'll see how it does. Again, I'm hoping we get it into orbit, but that doesn't look very promising. It is somewhat likely that we will actually fly into the ground at this rate. Wow, we need to be going upwards, not sideways. Alright, so there we go. We're moving upwards at about 10 meters per second. This is very reminiscent of a joke, I should say. Look at that. I mean, it's nice that we're full of fuel and everything, but look at the amount of fuel we're going to be burning here. We're going to waste like all of our fuel just to get back into orbit. I don't think this is going to work. That's why I was that's why I did the quick save, because I actually have no faith in this whatsoever. What is our acceleration rate, by the way? 3.6. Yeah, that's gonna be struggling the whole way up. Let's spin this around a little. Okay, that was weird. Whoa, stop spinning. Alright. So, we are probably going to down an entire tank of fuel just to get suborbital, I'm thinking. I don't even think we're going to get a full orbit with this. And then Buddy Boy here, he's going to be in trouble. Where are we at here? Alright, so we've burned about a quarter tank of fuel on the ascent so far. Don't need that atmospheric analysis. Let's run this one. And that works. How's our altitude looking? How high do we need to get anyway? We need to reach an altitude of... Where is it here? 50,000. We need to reach 50,000. Hopefully. It's very likely that we won't get there. Are we on fuel? We are very much burning the fuels. We have roughly 400 left. That translates to roughly 200 seconds. Maybe 4 minutes or so. We have roughly 4 minutes of fuel available to help us get into orbit. Is it fair to say that I don't have faith in this? I think it's very fair to say that. We need that... Yeah, we need that lateral velocity. We also need that vertical. We need that climb rate. I mean, this is pretty much... This engine's actually operating at the... at max efficiency, practically. I mean, for all intents and purposes, it's pretty much where it's at. We're about halfway up. Again, that target altitude is 50,000. And then with any luck, we can make some kind of orbit. Oof. This looks pretty shady. Here's where we took off. This is not giving me the, this is not giving me a cozy feeling in my stomach. Anything the exact opposite is true. Alright, Bill Kerman. How would you like to make a crater on the surface of Duna today? Do a face plant onto the surface of Duna. I bet that, that's something you tell all your friends. Alright, 50. Check it out, we got it. Bring it up to 60 just to be safe. Close enough. Climbing up to there, roughly. Alright. What is this, slow warp or something? Did I not pay enough money to get additional warp points in Kerbal space? It'd be faster if I did this myself. There we go. Alright, let's give her. We want stable orbit. Do we have the fuel for it? Oof. We have roughly 100 seconds of fuel remaining. Will 100 seconds be enough? I wonder. I don't know. That's not going to be nearly enough. It's like, really? 100 seconds? Oof. If we're lucky, we will get a partially stable orbit. Let's get those radiators out. Apparently something is overheating. Wow, look, what the hell? What's heating up? Oh boy. Keep that nose up, buddy. Oh dear, this is looking very, very arguable. Come on, let's keep that nose up. Oh, no, we're out of fuel. Hence the reason we quick saved. That is close, but it looks like our friend here is permanently stuck. Oh my god, that was so close though. Look at that. Probably could have done it if I didn't waste so much time in lower atmosphere. This is why we did the quick save number 3 here. Where is it? Because I was fairly certain, you know, that's probably not going to work. Despite the fact that it worked last time. Huh. Well, we could jettison these ore. Like, that's the only other thing I can think of doing. Other than that, there's nothing we can do to save this guy. Let's give it a shot, though. We owe it to him one last chance. After this, I'm just going to leave him here. He will be a permanent fixture on the surface of Duna. Maybe we'll send a rover after him. Hey, there's an idea. We'll land Rover Boy on the surface of Duna. And let Bill here have a pet rover. This is going to be like that Martian film. Let's retract these. Turn off the converter. Grab a couple of scientific readings. I guess it technically counts that we're flying at Duna. How's this going to work for us? I mean, again, we have that factor of it's not looking too good. So check it out, we can see Ike on the rise over there. That's actually pretty good detail over what I would have been expecting. So if he doesn't make it this time, we're going to have to send something else. And I guess that'll be problematic in terms of this design. Because this design is supposed to be able to go to and from. The last one made it back. This one didn't. I wonder why that is. Build that altitude there. Let's go. You know, if at any point I think that liquid fuel isn't going to be enough, then I'm just going to abort the mission. But, yeah, we've got a very low acceleration rate relative to the gravity. Trying a much more vertical approach than we did last time. We gotta get up and out of the atmosphere, basically. If we can't get up and out of the atmosphere, then we're just gonna be stuck here. I'm trying to bring this to be as vertical as I can. Get us apogee probably close to like 50, 60,000. And then start our horizon burn, as I call it. Point the needle on the horizon and give her 200 seconds, roughly, of fuel remaining. Roughly 200 seconds. And we're only at 26,000. Yeah, no, this ain't gonna make it. All right. So we'll leave him there then. Sorry, Bill. You're stranded. We can send him a rover sometime, I guess. He has no way to transmit the science data that is stored on board of his spacecraft. So what should we do? Should we, like, send someone after him, I wonder? We probably could. Now, I know this one made it to the surface of Duna successfully. As for the return trip, I'm not so certain. What all is in here? Oh, that's what this is. This is just delivering this tiny probe here. This probe is a bit too tiny, I think, to bring the other dude back, but we could mod it. probably turn it into something better. Yeah, I've got my doubts. That might not be possible. Well, let's give it a try. Let's get rid of this. Get rid of this. Come on, where's this based at? There we go. Let's send him an MK1. Yeah, I don't know so much about this MK1. Actually, no. This is a bad idea. This is a recipe for disaster. There's not really much else we can do. Maybe we could send a science module, modify this. Because this made it to Duna. So if I just get rid of everything on top of this, right? Get rid of the capsule and everything. Give it an MK1 with hello, Donkey from YouTube. Welcome. Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna save this guy on Duna. I might just leave him there. Let's just, yeah, let's leave him. So, let's leave. We're gonna leave Bill on Duna. Unfortunately, we do not have a good enough spacecraft to launch him back into space, and I really don't want to go back to Duna again, so we're just going to leave him there. But we are going to give him a commemorative name. We will rename this in honor of Bill Kerbal. It'll just be a couple of seconds here to rename it. Anyone got a suggestion for a name? Rename vessel. Where are we here? That's Bill's grave. Bill is now the Martian. Just like that guy in the movie. So, we're just going to leave him there. Let him do his thing. He'll grow like, I don't know, potatoes. We need to find another mission. So, next mission, instead of Duna, let's see, we can go to Eve. Wait, why was it focusing on Gilly? We could go to Eve. That's actually probably a little bit closer than Duna. And it has Gilly, which is presumably the lightest. Whoa. Interface is bugging out a little bit. Alright. Let's go to Eve. Why not? And we'll use the we'll use that Duna vessel that we built. See, if it can get to Duna, chances are it can probably get to Eve, because it's actually, I think it's actually slightly easier to get to Eve than it is to get to Duna. So, what do we got here? We'll just send a preliminary probe. And it needs... It's got these aren't good enough. Needs better communications. These'll work. Alright. Got our fancy Eve probe. And we should probably have some kind of science on it. We'll do thermometers. Give it a couple thermometers. Alright. We're going to Eve. As with any launch, step one is to make sure we're pointing in the right direction. So we're on this side of Kerbal. Alright, that's... we might need to wait a day, I don't know. We're launching from here, we're going to be tending to go... Yeah, we'll wait. We gotta wait for the launch to be at an agreeable location. That'll work right there. Alright, let's go. So we're just going to try and make this like a straight shot. A lot of people like to try and get orbit and then set up their escape trajectory from Kerbal. I just like to punch it into orbit. All right. We've punched a hole in the atmosphere. Now let's punch an even bigger hole in the atmosphere. So yeah, this made it to Duna, doing some very strange aerobatics, but it did make it to Duna. So chances are it can probably make it to Eve as well. That's the working assumption right now. There's a building. So what we're going to do, we're going to launch this. We're basically going to go straight out this way. That'll bring our orbit in a little bit closer to Eve. I suppose I can set that as the target now. So yeah, it'll bring our orbit a little bit lower, and then we'll just adjust our orbit so that we collide with Eve at some point. It would be much to our advantage to do an atmosphere. What do you call it? Atmospheric assist. I don't think that's the right terminology, but basically where you scoop the atmosphere a little bit, slow you down. An aero brake. Alright, how much fuel we got left on this stage? It's about half through. I should have put one of those Rhino engines on here. That's, I can deploy this anyway. Let's get those comm units ready. Oh, I thought these were supposed to be 100 and something. They're only 15? I hope these aren't blocked. No, these are good. Alright. I think we need like 3,000 meters per second or something in order to escape the sphere of influence. We shall see what we shall see. Alright, we got about 7% left, it looks like. It's going to be these guys. That'll be fun. Alright, 3, 2, 1, 0. And away we go. Look at that. Now that's what I call acceleration. Look at that. 27 meters per second. Much acceptable. Much. Now how long it can sustain that kind of acceleration? Probably about another half a minute. We should be in a solar orbit by the time this burns out. All right. That's looking good. Okay. It would probably be good to do like a lunar gravity assist. Alright, that ended up being a little bit more lopsided than I expected. It works though. Looks like that worked. Alright. We have solid 30% of fuel remaining on that stage. Let's go out there about 12 days. Oh yeah, these Sentinel missions. It's free money right there. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Alright, how are we looking here? No idea what this purple thing is, or this red thing, don't intend to find out. Let's add a maneuver here. Oops. Back maneuver. How close are we to... Alright, Eve's gonna be somewhere... Where to go? Okay, well, that's friggin' useful. Not. Try it from here. How close will we be? Why isn't it telling me our... It's supposed to tell us when the orbit intersects. Not polar orbit, not sentinel. Out of maneuver. Okay, there's something up with this. There we go. Okay, there's our target. There's where we'll be. So it looks like we gotta wait a full year. Be out of maneuver in about 400 days. That should... It is closer. It is a bit closer. We need to wait about a year and a little bit longer. Let's warp it there. Alright, we accomplished a mission by doing nothing. Awesome. Alright, let's try this maneuver again. It passed through without so much as a howdy-do. Come on, what's going on with this? Okay, there we go. A little closer. That's, looks like it's just at the nodes that it wants to, connect. There we go. Perigee, we got one. Requires an 800 meter per second delta V. Hold on, we're around the sun. We should be pointing either north or south. 800 meters per second. We'll give it a shot. All I really need to do is get close to it. That'll give us some kind of mission accomplished. So I guess we just need to hope that our signal strength stays up there. Because with these antennas, I don't know how good that's going to be. Look at this. This is like a friggin' spaghetti orbits right here. They're all over the place. And for some reason, there's this thing. I just wish this had one more level of time jump on it. Which makes me wonder, what is their time integration scheme that they're using on this? Because I used to think that they were using something of an explicit Euler time integration method. But now I'm not so sure. Because with the time warp, right, if you're using an Eulerian explicit time integration, then you might get, like, stuff phasing in and out of existence or, you know, going crazy because of the time step. Though I highly doubt it would be using anything of a Runga Kutta 4, right? Which would be relatively insane accuracy, but it would be probably pretty slow. They might be using an implicit time integration, which would at least keep things stable, but then you'd lose accuracy. Why is this thing bouncing? What are you bouncing around for? Hello, Kai Gamer TV. Welcome back. Alright, this is looking acceptable, mostly. Yeah, the update from yesterday's episode would be, we've successfully landed Bill on Duna. We tried taking off a couple of times. Unfortunately, Bill is stranded on Duna, so we're just going to leave him there. He's going to be the Martian. Alright, we need to go a little bit further. Alright, there we go. Very agreeable, very agreeable. So this goes in at 57, leaves at It's 32 and 2. That's okay, so that's like 2 days that we have to get this into orbit. That'll work. Let's go there. And let's hope that we have electricity because we've positioned ourselves in a very disagreeable way. Hold on. If you're going around the sun, always face normal or anti-normal. Because that way you have these solar panels here. You're pretty much guaranteeing that at least one of them will be somewhat pointed towards the sun. Just a good way to keep... I gotta watch this signal strength. If it starts to die on me, then we're gonna have problems. The dunation. The duration of the dunation would probably be a few minutes. Because I don't think people would have the attention span. Holy crap, that's a pretty high orbit. Alright, let's kick this thing. I don't know why it does that little disco dance as it approaches. It's probably just not stable enough. Wow. This thing's got... Oh, well, I jinxed it. Hence my nickname. There we go. This still has quite a bit of power to it. So with any luck, this should pull us into an orbit of some kind. Time to 0. What is it? 2 minutes? What are we burning at? We're burning at like liquid fuel at a rate of 1.6. We have 300 liquid fuel units. Something like 180 seconds, that's like 3 minutes. So we have 3 minutes, time to 0 is 1 minute, so yeah, we should have enough. Should have more than enough fuel to get in orbit with this. By my estimates, anyway. Now, in terms of refining that orbit, bringing it a lot closer to here, I have a theory that I might even be able to land this thing on Gilly, because Gilly's extremely lightweight. So if I could get it in an encounter with Gilly, then I might be able to land it. But that might be for another day. Here we go. Alright, as expected, more than enough fuel. Oh, more than enough. Look at that. Look at that. That's beautiful. Alright. Bring that well within Eve's sphere of influence. Get us a opposite side of that orbit there. Let's go. Here we go. Alright, there we go. Make the connection. I said make the connection, damn it. What are you doing? There we go. Alright, let's see how close we can get that. Don't want it too close, but we want it pretty close. Very oblong orbit. Let's bring that 700. What's the altitude for Eve's atmosphere? Well, obviously Gilly doesn't have an atmosphere. 90,000. Okay, we can bring that in closer. Let's bring that like right on the edge of the orbit there, or right on the edge of the atmosphere. All right. 135. So that gives us a communications link at a strength of 99%. That's incredible. Can't guarantee that it'll stay that strong, but that's pretty good. Let's see if we can get a little bit of science data here. It's decent. We have a world first. We should. Scientific data from Eve. Awesome. We've done it. We've begun our approach into the Eve sphere. I want to try and bring that orbit in a little closer. Look at this thing. Just trudging along there. So I guess the next step, given our approach with Duna, the next step with Eve would have to be that we leave somebody stranded on the surface. Much the same way that we did that with Duna, we left someone stranded on the surface. So if we want to be as successful with Eve, we should do more or less the same. Oh wow, that comes in pretty quick. Awesome. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we could land this on Gilly. Bring that in nice and close there. All right. Close enough. There it is, the purple planet in all its glory. We get more science data if we take more measurements. Oh, we do. Awesome. All right. Back to the Space Center. Now that we've encountered Eve, and we have something in orbit of Eve, there should be opportunities opening up by the way of contracts. Science data from the surface of Duna. I bet we could do that. Surface of Ike. Ah, there we go. Surface of Eve. We got 23 years to do that. I think we can probably accomplish that. What else we got? Well, that gives us a pretty full plate. Still need to finish up Duna, but we can do some other stuff here. Look at this. This mission has 200 years. 200 years to accomplish this mission. I can literally just sit on it for... Even if I warped at maximum speed, 200 years is like hours away. Okay. I'm fairly certain we do have something on the surface of Duna that can transmit science, so we'll do that right now. As for recovering Bill, I know some people are going to be sad to hear of Bill's decision. He made the decision of his own volition and of clear mind and conscience that he is going to be staying on the surface of Duna. Okay, where is this scrap that I'm focused on here? Bill's grave. Oh, come on, where's that other... Oh, there it is. It had a different name. Yes, Bill Kerman has decided to stay on Duna. He enjoyed it so much. We've decided to cut off all communications. An interesting story. What the hell happened to this thing? What the hell? Why is it on its side? Oh, that is rude. Rude that it tipped over. Anyone know how I can untip this? Doesn't seem to want to roll. Damn. Okay. So apparently the lore of Eve is that it used to be Kerbal Homeworld before it became toxic. And so they flew to Kerbin via cannon. You know, I can actually believe that a Kerbal would survive re-entry, because I accidentally dropped one of them, and they ended up back at the lab place thingy. Right, so we got into orbit of Eve, which is good. Which is good. As for Duna, look at that. It costs 200,000 to get to Duna each time. I can probably build a more efficient one. Let's build a more efficient way to get to Duna. Let's see. How many does this seat? This seats 2, I think. Alright. This person's not allowed on. We're sending Jeb to rescue Bill. That's gonna have to be... It's gonna have to be the mission for the next one, is to rescue our stranded comrade. Strap on some of these excessively powerful engines. Where's our excessive engine? There we go. Alright. Got a Rhino engine on there. Actually, how is this going to land? I should have thought of that. Okay, here's what we'll do. This thing's going to be decked out with absolutely everything. Let's give it a resource converter. Let's give it a couple of... where are they? They're in fuel, aren't they? A couple of resource holders. There we go. Alright. Give it a drill. We're actually going to try and land this on the Rhino engine when we get to Duna. Which... I don't know that that's going to be a good idea or that it'll be successful, but it's going to be pretty funny if it works. We need structural. Structural, here we go. Put on a few of these, and that might work. Other way. Alright, we got that. Now we need landing gear. On a scale of 1 to 10, how likely is this to work? It actually looks like it might. Oops. It actually looks like it might work. So there's our landing gear. We got that. We've got these things to drill. We've got this thing to convert resources. We're gonna land... This thing's gonna be like 50 tons and we're gonna land it. 100%. We're going to need... Okay, how am I going to do this? We need to be able to transmit science between vessels. I guess one thing this is going to need is probably some antennas. Struts? I think we got struts. Whoops, those are too big. Right, we got these things. That'll work. That'll work. That'll take the weight. What is this weigh? That'll take the weight of 110 tons? Definitely. Ah, parachutes. Parachutes indeed. Let's put on, I don't know, 36 ought to work. Nah, we won't do that many. We'll do however many. Engineer's notes. That's a thing, isn't it? This? No, that's contracts. This? That's engineer's report. Ah! What did I do? I guess we'll leave that up. Oh! That... Okay. It has... this. Okay, that's useful. Alright, we'll do that. We need aerodynamics' nose cone. Oh! Oh! We need electricity! I remembered the electricity on my own this time. How are we going to generate that electricity? Let's say 4 of these. That ought to do it. We have no way to adjust our attitude. Let's put on a couple of these. And I guess another one down here. Alright. What does our checklist say? Parachute issues. Parachutes on engine stage. Parachutes on first stage. That's not a big deal. Hatch obstructed. Okay, that's a big deal. There. The hatch is no longer obstructed. Missing ladder. Unused monopropellant. I think all of this can be resolved by doing this. What are these parachute issues? The command... Nope. It wants parachutes on this thing? Nah. Nah, we'll be fine. Alright. Methinks this shall get us to Duna. We could put it on wheels. Probably. Okay, checklist. Personal checklist. We got electricity. We got a resource converter. We got a place to store the resource. We got a crap ton of fuel. Oh! Here's what I'm forgetting. We need some way to get it into actual orbit. So... I'm going to attach some relatively powerful engines onto the side. This will get us to Duna, I think. Whoops. Well, that has a bit of clearance to it. That should work. That should work. I'm too lazy to do this the proper way, so we'll do it like this. Alright. Ladders. I don't think we need ladders. They can just... I mean, it's like 150 feet, but they're pretty tough. I don't know what I would do if I had more subs. I might eat at Subway. But if I had more subscribers to this channel, I don't know. I get nervous. I get the feeling people judge me. Which is probably true. But it's... I don't know. I figure if I ever get to we'll call it Dunaki. If I ever get to 100 subscribers or something, or if there's ever, I don't know, maybe 100 people on a single live stream, then I'll probably do something of a giveaway. That's kind of, I have like a list of plans when I hit subscriber milestones. So I'm planning to do a giveaway if I ever get to like, I don't know, 100 and something, or 100 viewers per stream or something like that. And I really don't expect it to ever happen, so let's see if this works. Are we facing the right direction, first of all? We are not. We need to wait until the following day. Close to it anyway. Ah, there we go. Let's go. Damn, that's loud. Alright. My first thoughts, this is pretty controllable. I have to zoom as far out as possible because that is loud. Alright, we have plenty of fuel. And we're burning it at an excessive rate. So any moment here we should... Okay. We're getting higher up in the atmosphere anyway. So, okay, let's leave that until it's finished yelling. That was loud. Okay, let's see what this is at. This is at 240. Awesome. Keep going the 240 way. Damn, this guy's taking some G's. Look at that. Alright. This may not have put us into orbit. Okay. Let's go. Awesome. Bring Jeb to Elu. I've never... I remember I used to play around with this game a lot. I've never actually been to Elu. Or Moho. There's actually a lot of planets in here that I haven't been to. This isn't my first playthrough, but it's... You know, there's a lot of stuff that I've never done. And obviously a lot of stuff that I never learned because I make such insane design choices. How are we on fuel? Okay, we are questionable on fuel. Questionable. Alright. Let's punch this out of the Kerbal sphere. Oh no! Is that... Okay, that's gonna make it fast. I should probably just bring out a couple of these. Let's go 1 or 2, just for the time being. Oh no! I forgot any kind of heat rejection system. This thing's gonna overheat. Oh well. Well, if the heat rejection becomes a problem, then we'll have to do something about it. Alright, there we go. That'll work. Let's see how we get to Duna. So Duna's over here. Let's set it as our target. And if we kick it from here, will we get there? Oh, wow, that is close. Alright. Very passable. Alright, that's a little worse. Oh, we're going past it. We actually might just need to go from here. So if I go from here, we might hit it. Oof. Haha, we got there. What are we looking at here? Alright, we're looking at 28 seconds of burn time. That is very agreeable. Looks like we're going to hit Dune off a straight shot. Let's extend. Why is this not giving me the option to extend? Oh, that's why. Let's extend these. Actually, wait, are we still in the Kerbal sphere? We're still in the Kerbal sphere. Let's warp there. Things are doing just fine here. Mostly. Alright. To Duna. Away we go. I don't know that we'll be able to land there safely. This thing weighs like 100 and some odd tons, and we've got like 40 or 50 parachutes on there, but I'm going to hope that we land there safely. Yeah, that's something the engineer's notes didn't specify, is the fact that we are lacking any kind of heat rejection system. Alright, let's see how close we get. Alright. We're good. Sort of. Actually, what... Yeah, let's adjust that. We turn down the thrust limiter. I'm gonna bring this this perigee in a little closer. Alright, that's as good as we can get it. Point ourselves normal and let's go to Duna. Hey, it won't let me auto-warp. Right there ought to be good. And away we go. Yeah, I'm not sure that all these parachutes are going to do anything. Oh. Whoops. I gotta turn down these minimum pressures. Oops. Come on. Okay, it's definitely an explicit Euler time integration if it's having trouble with this. But yeah, we got to turn down that minimum pressure so that it'll actually open up on Duna. How many of these were there? There's 4, 8, 12, 16, 24. That'll be fun. Alright, plenty of signal strength. We've got Kerbal Space Center phasing in and out of the universe. We've got a bunch of asteroids. I almost feel like it should be, there should be an option for more faster time warp or something. Although then you sacrifice accuracy. Alright, here we go, here we go. Let's go retro. Alright. We gotta adjust some of these parachutes here. Because like an idiot, I didn't do that when I should have. Let's tune back this minimum pressure. Oops. I did that yesterday. I almost just triggered something. That would have been a problem. Alright, here we go, here we go. There's only 24. I know I said 36, but I skimped out on the parachutes. Alright, Jeb, are you excited to see your best friend Bill? Who has... probably... he's been on Mars for longer than a year now. So that's interesting. There we go. Alright, come on and let this be the last one. Nope. This one be the last one. Yes, alright. Let's aim for the surface. Wow, that's pretty silent. Oh, that's because I turned the thrust down. There we go. So not only do we need to land this on the surface, we need to land this close enough to Bill that he will be able to board. Alright, there we go. How's that? Let's go down to that perigee, see if we can... whoops, not debris. I don't want to switch to the debris. Let's go there. This is actually pretty cool. Alright. We blew a crap ton of money on this excursion. But it appears to have paid off. Which one of these guys is... that's where we're going. This little guy right there, I guess. If push comes to shove, then what I will do is, in between episodes, if absolutely necessary, I will have Bill walk the few hundred or so kilometers to the Duna Key once we land it. I don't know. Bill was looking a little pudgy the last time we saw him, so maybe the 400 or 500 kilometer walk to the spacecraft would be something that he would benefit from. Alright, here we go, here we go. We have 500 units of fuel. That's not going to last us till we get to the surface, but we also have parachutes, so that should help us to some extent. Well, I think... which way is this rotating? This rotates like so. So we'll actually be pretty close if we land it right along here. Let's put our maneuver in. Something like that. That ought to work. 5 seconds of burn. All right. So I think we'll be able to land at least. I should put the landing gear down. So we'll land it, we'll refuel it. We'll make Bill walk the 400 or 500 kilometers to it. Then we'll take them all home. All right. That looks good. I think that works. We can pretty much warp it the rest of the way down because we have such an excessive amount of parachutes. I think. Whoa, we're facing the wrong way. Okay. I should probably bring these in so that they don't get destroyed by the atmosphere. Alright, alright. On our way to the surface. Oh, jeez. We've got effectively no fuel remaining, which is all well and good. I mean, never mind the fact that there's probably going to be a very disadvantageous landing. We'll see if he survives. You know, he might. Okay, this looks like a problem. Oh, this looks like a big problem. Profile drag? That's not doing anything. Oh boy. How many people want to bet that this is the last flight of Jeb Kerman? This looks like a problem. Very likely. Oh, good. We got some drag happening now. Awesome. It's a bit too close to the ground. Not likely to help us, but it's something. All right, here we go. Here we go. Let's punch this thing. Damn. Come on. Drag. We need more drag. Crap. Oh well. Wow, that shot off pretty far. Like 2 kilometers, and it's been a couple of seconds. Well, it would appear as though we failed on our rescue mission. Well, there's a few things that I forgot to do in the assembly stage, which I should have done anyway, so there's more work to be done with this module. But it did make it there. It made it to the destination, it just didn't land. So we'll work on this more next time. I think that's all I have time for this episode, but thanks for everyone who showed up. Really appreciate it. A lot of fun. Keep on rocking, have a great day, and we'll see you next week, Saturday at noon. Or 12:30 or something like that. Keep on rocking, everyone. Thanks for tuning in, and have a great day. Wow, look at that. I didn't even have to exit Kerbal Space Program. It just crashed when I left. Quick game and it crashed. That's almost a feature. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.